we start with our neck. It's just, you know, loosen up, stretching out our neck, rotating, bringing your attention to your neck. Seeing where it's tight, where it's loose. Okay, switch direction. Go ahead and swing your arms down. And go ahead and switch. And we're going to do our elbows. And switch. And wrists. And switch. Okay, now look, I'm going to bring my right arm over my left arm. So I'm going to crisscross and really get right under, right? And if you can, reach and palm to palm with your hands here. Next thing, you're going to pull your arms upward, right, as far as you can. And then you're going to try to pull your hands down onto the ground. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, relax your arms, and go a little bit deeper. Good, we're gonna go unwind it, and now the left goes over the right, palm to palm, as much as possible. We're gonna pull up and then bringing your hands down to the ground. Up with your shoulders and folding forward down towards the ground. Take a deep breath, go a little bit deeper. Good, release, and go to the hips. And switch. And knees. Switch direction. Go ahead, squat all the way down and up. All right, go ahead and you can do your ankles and combo with your wrists if you like. And switch. Let's go to the other side. And switch. All right. One more. So I'm going to step my right leg back, and I'm really putting the top of my foot down onto the ground here, the point, right? And I'm going to go ahead and dip that knee down, boom, to the mat and then come back up. I'm going to do 5. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the sole of your foot is facing the ceiling. So step back, point, have your sole facing the ceiling, and then squat down and dip that back knee down as far as you can, then come back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Shake it out. All right. So we're going to do 1 minute jumping, running exercises with this 10 count of this exercise in between. So it's mountain climber with a high jump, right? So it's a variation of burpees. So your hands on the ground, and you're gonna do 4, stepping your foot as far as you can, right? You're gonna aim to have your foot outside your hand as far as you can bring it up. If you can't, and it's down here, it's fine, but you're gonna step up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then jump, 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, right? Ooh, that little bit made me sweat. So we're going to do 10 of that in between these exercises. The first one, why don't we go ahead and shuffle to the side, and I want shuffle, shuffle, and then squat down with your leg, not you hinge at the hips, but you want to squat down, swipe, boom, boom, squat down, swipe, versus, right, there's this coming down, swipe, versus this hinging at the hip. I want the squatting down. All right, so get the timer going, and side to side, low squat. Right. All right. Go ahead and next one, why don't we just kind of run around with our arms incorporated, right? And I'll call out throughout fast feet. And that is when you go and move your feet as fast as you can. With your arms. Fast feet. Go, 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 go. Okay, now move. feet. Go, 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 go. All right. Next one is, why don't we go stagger our feet. So when I'm moving to my left, I'm going to cross my left leg over my body towards my right foot, and my right foot will come back. We'll step behind my left, and then I unwind, and then I would just shuffle back. So if I'm going to my right, I'm going to go step across my body, put my foot close to my left leg comes behind, and I unwind, and then I'm going to shuffle back. So you're going to do that. So get in semi-crouch while you're doing this. A sip of water. You're done. All right, let's do some movement drill. The first movement is while we're standing up. Why don't we just do this? I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with my left leg. I'm going to step my left leg out. I'm going to lean towards my left leg. Boom. I'm going to bring that knee down. So 1, 2, and I'm going to lean. Bring this knee down, right? With this one, the first one, go ahead and you're going to sit your butt down and fall to extended leg. So another variation to that is you're going to go boom, boom, right? Lean, put your knee down, pivot your foot under, and then fall to the side. So give that a few drill. We've been drilling that. All right, another one is same hand, same leg doing the movement. So I'm going to step, boom. I'm going to step with my left, and same hand is doing the movement. I'm going to go ahead and dip the knee down. So I'm going to do it sideways. Boom, I'm going to dip the knee down, and I'm turning kind of diagonally where my toes are going in that direction, right? And then from here, when I bring my knee down, look, my toes are active from here, and from here, I'm going to go ahead and lean my weight forward and stand up and bring that back leg here. So I started here. I'm going to go, right? I'm going to step to the side, boom, to the side, bring the knee down, right? And then I'm going to drive. So if there's a line there, I don't know if you can see the line here. So, there's like a marker here, a line here, demarcation here. I'm going to go, I'm facing the line, right? I'm going to step, bring my knee down, boom, and now I am lined up with the line. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lean my weight towards the front leg and then step with the back leg. So give that a couple times, give that a try on both sides. Yes, so you're going to go boom, down on your knee, and then standing up. So one knee down, the other leg post. Yep, and then standing up. All right. So again, we've done this movement before. We're just going to do a couple times. We're ending up on the ground where we have, right, in one case, my knee is bent here and I have extended leg here, or with Karen, the foot folds in. Either case, you're going to bring, so if the foot is fold in, I would tend to kind of post my leg here and then pivot and stand up, right? That would be Karen's situation. Most of us would be here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the extended leg, fold, come to our knee, and then bring the front leg back and then sit up. So again, you're going to fold in, come to your knee, and back. So Karen's case, it would be, I would really just post my leg, come up, boom, and then come up. Give that a try. All right. So the first takedown we've been working on, and I'll share the screen real quick. So we're gonna step outside, arm drag. I've been focusing on arm drag because this is really effective, and beginners or advanced can use this technique. It's powerful. It works. Simple. To learn, and we do arm drag when we're sitting down, so incorporating in that stand-up situation is pretty easy transition, right? So that's why I've been, and then you can, off of arm drag, you can do so many things. So we've been working on this one where you step outside. Whoa, sorry. And you, right, tap the leg from afar. So again, you step outside, right? It's you step outside, boom, and you tap the leg. So we're gonna do that, drill that for, we've been doing that. I just want you guys to drill that, and then we're gonna learn how to get up from there. And then I'm gonna add another takedown off of an arm drag, right? So again, so I'm here, I'm blocking the arm with my wrist here. I'm gonna block, C-clamp, monkey grip, right? And then I'm gonna pull the arm across. I'm gonna go boom, pull, and then step to the side, right? And then from here, I'm gonna go tap with the far leg. And with the drill that we did, we're gonna lunge towards this. So it's 1, 2, 3, lunge here, 4, and then we come down, right? So we've been doing this. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and retract our legs, come up, right? And come up in your knee situation, actually come up and then post up, right? And then with Karen, it would be boom, step up, boom, pivot, leg in, boom, post, come up, right? And then with you'll probably come up in a different kind of leg configuration.
Yeah, I come up. I know how to come up from there. It's yeah.
So give that a try. Do it a few times, and I want to go to the different situation. All right, so that's just a warm up. We've been doing that, right? Just so just to kind of remind you how to come up. This is the first, we've been working on this. So let's see, right? So basically you fall in this configuration. Look, you're gonna come up, boom, and you're gonna step up with the back leg and the same side arm, reach over and control the far hip, right? So again, you're gonna step up. That's a different, so again, you're gonna leg come up, and so the same arm and same leg come up, and that arm will hook your partner's far side leg in this manner. So we've been working on that. This is if your partner falls down and they stay on your knees, right? But there are times when, a lot of times, your partner will post the near side, the leg that's closest to you, up, either to stand up or to roll, and it looks like this. And then we get up, and from there, we're gonna do a single leg, right? But before we do, we've been practicing single leg. So I'm just gonna show it and we'll just walk through. So basically, boom, if you notice, you see how the near side is post near you, you're gonna come up and then stand up. They're gonna probably face you, stand up, and then we come into a single leg, right? So again, that was really quick. So if they post their leg, you're just gonna come up. We did and they're gonna stand up, and we're gonna go up with them, and we end up having a single leg on one leg, right? So we'll go from there. So so what happens is we go boom, boom, we go here and boom, and we so I feel boom, boom, I'm here, boom, and I take them down, and I'm trying to stand up, and then their leg closest to me, they post their leg, versus being down like this, right? They fall down and they're here like this. They're gonna post the leg that's closest to me like this. A lot of times they do that is because boom, either they sit in and then they face you, or they're here and they're trying to stand up, right? So we're gonna go ahead and come in, take them down, and we come up, and their leg closest to us is stand up. So from here, we're just gonna go, the hand's gonna wrap around the leg, and then we're just gonna stand up, right? We're gonna just go boom, boom, stand up into a single leg. So we take that leg, put it in between our legs to a single leg here, okay? And we've been working on single leg. And so just to kind of show you what a single leg looks like, since it's hard for me to show, I share. We've done this. I think I got a video way back here. So this is what it looks like, right? See, we come up, and we have the leg, right? We're wrapping our arms around the leg, and we have our partner's leg between our legs here, okay? So we're just gonna practice for now, and then we're gonna do a takedown from there, from a single leg. So again, we're gonna try the arm drag, boom, boom, step up, boom, boom. And we try to come up, and they post our leg. So you're just gonna pivot your leg in, pivot in, and stand up, and you're gonna have, right, the leg, you're holding your leg, and then you're gonna have the leg in between your leg, and your posture not down like this, but up, right? Good posture. And you're gonna really bringing your knees together and your toes kind of together and your heels back to trap. You see, if I'm like this, there's some gap there, but if I bring my knees together and my toes together and my heel out, there's no gap, right? And we're gonna hold the leg here, and then I want you to switch back again, going boom, boom, step up, boom, come up, right? And then they post, so your arm, this arm's gonna catch the leg first. You're gonna pivot the front leg here, pivot, come up, boom, boom, and then getting in that movement, and then we're gonna do a takedown off of that. So give that a try. Does anybody have any questions, or you got it? Yeah, okay. Nice. Boom, boom, step, knee, down, boom. Now grab, step, step, the leg, and keep repeating. Okay. I feel like, this is kind of a refresher, right? We've been doing this a lot, and this is also this takedown we've done before. And this is, a reminder. So I'm going to share the screen again. So from here, one of the takedowns I really like is, so you're holding, right, the leg. So something to think about, the back, the arm that's behind Bia's arm, the will come in, and the front arm, this arm right here, right, will be holding the back arm, right? So that's something to think a little bit detailed. That's really helpful. So from here, we have the leg, and we're gonna walk back. We're gonna walk back and bring a partner to bring the leg close to us. And from there, we're gonna let go and then come to our knee and grab our partner's leg, right? So again, we get the leg, single leg, and we're gonna go walk back, let go, and then grab, right? So I'll talk about a little bit about the details here. So if this is my partner's back leg, my arm's gonna come over, I'm gonna reinforce with the front arm. Again, my knees are cinched here. And what I'm gonna do, good posture, I'm gonna walk back so that the partner can walk towards me and I can reach the leg, right? I'm gonna walk back, and then from there, right, I'm gonna do it really slow. I'm gonna come to my knees, but at the same time, my hand's gonna grab the leg, right? If you could grab one below the knee and one close to the ankle, that's a really good stable grip to have. So boom, and then you're gonna use your shoulder to bring your partner down. So you're here, you're gonna walk, 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 walk once the leg are walking to forward, and you're gonna go down to your knee, grab, boom, from here, right? And from here, you don't want to stay here, you want to come back, you want to go up and start passing, right? So again, we get the single leg, we're gonna walk, 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 down on your knees, boom. And I want you to think about using the shoulder, also pressure your partner to fall sideways. So starting from the beginning, we're gonna go arm drag, step, step, boom. We try to come up, they post our leg, our hand's gonna wrap one, stand up, right? And then walk, 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 come to our knees and walk. Long sequence, but good. Good. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, give that I guess I'll go over a little bit, Karen. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to drill. Good job.
Hey, Molly?
Yeah.
I have a request.
Yeah.
I was wondering if maybe, since Jane came to the self-defense class, which was awesome, but I was wondering if we could, if you don't mind doing a little extra, if you could maybe quickly, we could go over how you use that arm drag for self-defense, like how you teach self-defense classes.
Yeah.
Just even the real basic one, like the basic self-defense arm drag. I think that'd be real.
Yeah. So another like.
Thank you.
Self-defense, like.
Thank you.
What is it? Okay, so the last self-defense class course that we did is.
I know I'm putting you on the spot, so thank you.
I know. I love this kind of stuff. So when you're somebody's confronting you, or even somebody for most of us, when it comes to self-defense, it's really like self-defense against somebody we know. So a lot of times our distance are kind of like the distance where you talk to somebody, right? It's a kind of hand, it's really like the length of your arm, pretty much your like conversational distance. And a lot of times when things get heated, there's different ways that the perpetrator could, if they want to escalate or want to grab you or could control you, there's different ways that they could do that. And the last self-defense workshop, we talked about how they could control your arms, right? They could do a number of things. They can grab your wrists, right? They can grab your shirt. They can grab your neck, right? And there's so different scenarios that they can grab. Another situation is you're in a heated situation where there's maybe somebody's like pushing you like this, right? Boom, their hand is coming, or they're punching, or they're reaching to grab you, right? And that you could use definitely an arm drag. So let's say it could be a punch. You can come in with a punch, boom, cup with the other arm, and then drag to come outside. So that's one way scenario, right? Another scenario is, again, somebody's reaching over to grab you or grab your wrist, right? You can go boom, lock, weave that we did, weave with C-clamp, with the monkey grip, right? Pull across the body, boom, boom, right across the body, and boom, right? So if you can, with self-defense, as we mentioned at the last workshop, if you can, leave. You don't want to, right? I'm a black belt. I feel like if I'm in a situation I can leave, I'm gonna leave. But if I'm cornered and I cannot escape, then definitely I would try to go to the back and choke, or do some sort of a takedown or something, and it kind of stabilize or immobilize the person, and then if I can, leave, right? So in scenarios like that, there's a punch coming in. Anytime they're like reaching over, they're grabbing you, right? If you can intercept. Even if they're maybe if they're like choking you with two arms, there's a better way to escape. But if it's one arm, right, you can pop one arm out, boom, like use your shoulder to go pop, boom, and then go out. So arm drag is really effective, right, in terms of self-defense, especially against people like never trained before. And if you drill this where you're really fast, right? Boom, 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 and then get out of the way, is a very effective self-defense technique to use.
Can you show the punch arm drag one more time?
Yeah, so let's say if it's a punch, obviously you want to kind of protect yourself while you're when there's a punch coming. You don't want to just stand here. So if somebody is standing kind of the same arm length as me and I'm punching, let's say I'm a perpetrator, that's a perfect range for me to like knock you out or do some serious damage to your dome, right? To your to you. So in terms of self-defense, really the two ideal situations to be is like be 6 feet away, so it's kind of like COVID where they can't reach or touch you, or you want to be really close where they can touch you, but the damage of their punches are like twos and threes versus like if we're, standing kind of like in a fighting sparring situation, that's like an 8, 9, and 10 punches, right? So if there's a punch coming, you want to, block your head, right? It's like you want to boom, cover, and block. So one way to do that is really like what we call a helmet, having a helmet, and you're going to come stepping in, right? Stepping in a punch, and then the hand would come in, block, boom, and then step to the side, right? Let me see if I could get somebody. I'm gonna grab my knees real quick, just to show you. So Mickey, stay there, okay. So here's like an example. So Mickey do like a punch like this, right? So if I stay here, look at how the punch would hit me, right? So what I want to do is I want a helmet and I want to come in. And then from here, right, I can go block, boom, and then come to the side. So yeah, you want some sort of a helmet, you want to come in close, boom, boom, and then get to the side, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So arm drag, right? So arm drag is like anytime there's like a push, look, if there's a push, boom, right? A push here, boom, I'm gonna go boom, and then come to the side. Yeah, good. Yeah. Okay, oh. Tomorrow, can you, join me like at 10, 9, 7, 07 or something. So So coming in with a helmet, boom, block, and right, or even like, I think another like self-defense that are really, not even an arm drag is to come in and like suffocate, suffocate them, right? Because it's like, it's really the concept is like, if you come in and suffocate, our natural response with anything is like, oh, get away, right? And when they do that, you disengage and get away. And a lot of times when we say stay away, that's when they really want to come close to you. So you need to like know when to like step back and come forward. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a whole
Thank
session of like, self-defense, which we do cover, throughout the year.
Well, I'll incorporate
Good
some of that. So we'll drill that a little bit in the beginning of the kickboxing part because some of those moves are also kickboxing. So
totally, yeah.
So we'll put those drills in.
Yeah. Yep.
Like right now.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
When we do it.
Yeah, it's really like when stand up is like a totally kickboxing. You need to protect your head, right? You can't do anything if you get knocked out.
Yeah, we'll do some blocking drills.
Yeah.
And that same move that you guys do, that block too. Like we do a lot of in Sancho, they do block trap to do hip throws and things.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's similar. There's one that I want to review with you sometime, Molly, because I can't remember. There's I feel like there's a self-defense arm drag where can't get the footwork, but where you like step across almost instead of stepping out with the same side, and they just kind of flip by you. But I don't remember how it goes. But
step across using the other leg. Yeah. You can totally do it that way, but that's more like a little bit more advanced and you're exposing your back, but you can step with this. Yeah, you can totally do that. Yeah, so the simple one is you want to just boom, because you want to face them the whole time.
Right, that makes sense.
You can definitely.
Actually, that makes sense.
The artists, you can
back up behind
that. The pivoting is really fast.
Yeah.
And even, there's like ways of like when they're, coming in, but I think what's really good for an arm drag is that whole like, what, you want something, like that is when you time it, boom, maybe a couple times, you're just going to be like, whoa, self-defense is not going to be a perfect where the first time you execute, a lot of times you're going to be stumbling. right? If somebody is like coming at you and pushing you, that's like, you don't really, it's disconcerting. You don't expect that, right? But you can, it's like boxing, like you can get the rhythm where you, if you have good base, right? If you don't have good base, then you're gonna stumble. But if somebody pushes you, you get a good base, maybe once or twice, and you know that that's coming again. That's when you catch the arm and you go to the side. So it's like boom, one, boom, and then two, go to the side, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, arm drag. I really like arm drag a lot. And then it can get really technical, like, you know, it can. If you're with somebody who knows an arm drag, they might arm drag you back, you know, and then arm drag versus small person versus like a big person. Like a small person, you're not going to be able to drag someone, but you can move yourself out of the way, right? Like Adam, he's huge. He could totally pull you, right? I can't do that, so I have to move around it. You also need to be mindful if you're with somebody who knows how to arm drag. They might like hook your arm and arm drag you. And if you're smaller, you know, less technical or whatever, they will come to your back. And we learned a lot of those where if they, right, arm drag you, you could totally turn and do a bunch of leg trips. This is where training and more martial arts, right, would require. And we did a bunch of that where we go boom, and if they arm drag you, you just turn and you do like a leg trip, right? Do a bunch of stuff, right? You have to use your arm to block them from going to their back, things like that. So it can get really technical, but in terms of self-defense, a lot of times people don't have training, and just doing this will, you know, if you're practice and you do it really quick, because it's really like not this and that and quick, you know, in real life sparring or in real life, it's really just getting good base and get ready and go, you know.
I think too, for a normal, like an untrained person, once you get their tricep, they're not expecting you could do an arm drag, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think a trained person, you got to go fast because they know exactly what that is. And I think
They know how to react.
It doesn't feel like anything. It feels like how it doesn't feel. People doubt it's a control, you know, but it's like it's a really strong control, but it doesn't feel like one if you don't know that's what it is. So that's one advantage I feel like for self-defense.
Yeah, and then also the advantage of like being small is like, you know, the whole, if maybe you're bigger, the person might feel more if you yank, right? Versus me, who is tiny, I'm not going to be yanking. I might yank a little bit, but it's me. I'm moving myself out of the way, right? I'm not going to be able to move like Adam. You know, it's really like evading and like moving out of the way. And really, if there's a chance for me to escape, I'm gonna escape. I'm not gonna. There's just so many different variables of how things would turn out. You know, you don't, those blood-borne diseases. There's just like so many. You know, I'm not gonna. And for a person to attack another person, a lot of times they're not in the right mind. I'm not gonna fight somebody who's crazy. You know. So yeah.
Let's
We'll practice that.
Yeah, we'll totally practice it. Let's take like a minute, grab some water, and then we'll do some drills, and we'll totally drill that.
Yeah, that'll be great.
That'll be fun. we could get started. Let's do one round. Let's do this to warm up. Let's do a round of shadow boxing without our arms. So we're going to keep a really tight guard. Hi. And we're going to go like moving our legs and hips. So I could be throwing a lot of hooks, uppercuts. When I do this, I'm just trying to kind of warm up my legs and pelvis and body. If you want to throw in like a couple punches, like to try something out, you know, to see like, is that movement right? Or to throw some jabs, go ahead. But otherwise, trying to keep a tight guard, but practicing these kinds of movements that you would do. So you're not over relying on your arms and you're getting your body warmed up. Then we'll do some drills practicing blocking and countering, and we'll put that arm drag into it. So let's do 1 minute shadow boxing like that. Get set. Time. Timer's on a weird time. What's that? 1. All right, we'll go. Just trying to see how many, you know, kind of different angles you could take with your body. Like maybe it's an uppercut and a hook. You know, for example, just trying to kind of move your body different ways to get everything, you know, warmed up. Okay, and let's do one round of just regular shadow boxing, any punches you want, and let's just be focusing on relaxed shoulders. In fact, let's do a little warm up on that before we do it in a round. So let's do, let's first stand and just kind of bring your shoulders up and let them drop. I'm gonna bam, but bam is what I say, but just letting your shoulders drop. And then let's just kind of hop, like I'm using my kind of jump rope, you know, or running in place position. And I'm just trying to let my shoulders really sink downwards. Like I'm holding, you know, weights in my hands. But not really, because I wouldn't let my shoulders jostle this much if I had weights in my hands. So just like everything is sinking. All right, and then while you're doing this, take your right hand and bring it up to your face. So you've got your guard on one side. And then let's get into your stance. So bring your left leg forward, and you're in your stance now. You can do kind of a back and forth, or you can kind of jump in place, but you're in your stance, still working on that shoulder relaxation. So my shoulders are real relaxed. And then I'm going to take my lead hand, and I'm going to start throwing some jabs. So I'm coming forward, 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 forward and back, throwing jabs. I'm trying to keep just as much shoulder relaxation. Nice. Okay, now we're going to stop jumping and we're going to go throw some jab crosses. So now I'm going to do a leg, a pivot, hip pivot, but I'm going jab cross. But I want real loose, floppy shoulders. So just like we were just shadow boxing without our arms, it should almost have the same feeling. Your body's doing a lot of twisting. Your arms are just flying along for the ride. Nice, keep going. So when you're doing that, you know, this makes you have to be able to do this to throw fast punches, but also it keeps you from taking impact into your shoulder, sort of paradoxically, because your shoulder is flowing forward. If it's rigid, then as you get hit, it's gonna like drive force back into your shoulder. If your shoulder is moving fluidly forward, and you get hit there, your shoulder is kind of ready to sort of circle out of it. The impact doesn't crash into your arm as much. Okay, so let's now do one round of shadow boxing. Try to do exactly all those angles you were doing before you were moving your arms. So trying to, you know, sort of excessively, like this is a warm-up, not just what you would actually do in boxing, but you're really trying to just try out different movements of your body and see if you can keep your shoulders nice and relaxed while you're doing it. So we're gonna do 1 minute of shadow boxing, kind of like the body, just like it was the last round, and now with the very relaxed arms. And go. Nice, relaxed shoulders. Okay, good. So now we're gonna practice blocking a little bit. So we haven't been practicing that at all in the online classes. I guess because normally think of it like, you know, it's something that you do, you know, it's weird to do without a partner. And also, there's 3 ways to evade a punch in kickboxing. One of them is like, let's say a straight punch, a punch like a jab or a cross. The first one is blocking is considered the least desirable because you can't do anything back from there. You know, you're just kind of giving up in a way. You're not giving up, but you're taking away, you're all offense, but you're all defense. You're no offense there. So, but that is a way, and we're gonna go over it. It's the least desirable way, but it is a done way. It is common, so it's not uncommon. The 2 more offense-oriented ways. One is the slip. So then the nice thing is I don't get hit at all. Also, when I block, I do get hit, and I take some of that impact. If I can slip, I don't get hit at all. But you can't always do these things; they're harder to do. So I could slip out of the way, or I could parry. We haven't practiced parrying much, and we should practice some of that. We'll practice some parrying too coming up. So I'll put some parrying in. So that's when you know, derail the punch. So the punch is coming, and you allow it to come past you. So so blocking is considered like, you know, least, you know, the best is if you can not get hit at all, but you have a lot of offense from there. But a lot of time you need to block. So, and especially for self-defense, very good to know a good block. So when you're going to block, we're going to block with, you can have, for this block, we're going to practice with our hands on our heads. You can sometimes have your hands out. What you don't want to do is meet a punch. You don't want to go like this. There's a lot of debate about whether hands should be touching heads or whether they should be out. And for me, I use, at least in kickboxing, I use both depending on the range of the punch. If it's a big, long range, powerful punch, sometimes I don't feel quite secure enough to do this. I do that, like a wall. But some teachers some of them swear by one or the other. The nice good thing with this is that your hands don't come and hit you because they're already on your head. So did you have to kind of wait a little longer for the punch to get to you, which is a little scary and it has more power there. So anyway, but we'll do that one today. We're gonna practice this one. So we're gonna kind of have our hands tight to our head. We're gonna take our elbows and like block our chest with our elbows. So this is a block for punches that are coming straight at you. And let's try, there's 2 variations of this. Let's try this one first. So this one is blocking your body. So as well. So that's, my shoulders are down. I'm kind of trying to crunch up so there's not a lot of my body here. If I saw that the punch was going real low, I'd have to sink my arms, you know, but I could probably do that on time. So I have to watch where this punch is going. You know, there's things that are open, I have to react to them. But this is just like a basic position. So I'm here, person's punching me. So I'm trying to just not have a lot of space here. If this is loose, it'll punch right through it. So I would be really, like my forearms are together as much as possible. I'm looking through a little space between my wrists, and I'm trying to kind of close down this area so they don't punch me in the body or the face. So let's do this. We're gonna throw, let's do, so this is gonna be the sequence. We're gonna throw jab cross, and then a person's gonna hit us, and we're gonna back up using our correct backing up footwork. So when I'm using my footwork, I'm gonna go like that. I don't know if you can see, hopefully, with my black pants and my black couch, but I'm stepping with my back foot first. I really don't, if someone's punching me, I don't want to do this. You know, I'm gonna be easy to knock over, or I'm gonna be easy for them to shoot onto my legs. So I wanna keep a wide base, back up like this with good balance. So the whole combination will be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna throw 4 punches back. Jab, cross, jab, cross. So again, jab, cross, block, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So as we're backing up, we're just trying to, there's no perfect way to practice this without a person hitting you, because you do want to get used to the impact. You know, usually start out with someone light hitting you lightly, then hitting you a little more aggressively. Not with, you know, bare fist, with a glove or something. And you're, you know, but just try to think about keeping this tight so that a punch couldn't get through it, and keeping a good balance so you can't get, so they're punching you and you're just backing up. In this case, you might not want to back up in other cases, but that's what you're doing here. So, so get set. We'll just do one round of that. So jab, cross, backing up 4 times, blocking, and then you return 4 punches. Jab, cross, and go. I'll do it a couple times and then I'll watch. While we're keep going, while you're doing this, you're gonna think about tight guard. We don't always need a crazy tight guard, but for self-defense, you want a tight guard. You know, not trying to, you're not trying to bait them to hit you like you would in maybe boxing. Nice. One thing to try is to get elbows even tighter. Your elbows could be as close together as possible, yeah. But then down. They're kind of squishing on your boobs a lot. This is actually the boxing guard as well, a tight boxing guard. Okay, nice. All right, so now let's do this block. Well, actually this one, I think that one, we'll keep with that one for a bit. So now there's a variation of this, which is you put your elbows up. You have to be able to be reactive to block your body as needed. This is nice because we'll actually do this, we'll do this variation in a minute. But let's go to, let's try what happens if they're trying to hit the side of your body. So you're in this position, but if you know they're gonna hit hitting you in the body, then you're gonna wanna sink. And when you sink, I'm trying to like keep something guarding my face. So if the punch comes up towards my face, I can quickly recover it, or I'm already covered here. And I'm trying to kind of side bend and drop to that side, or sort of crunch a little to that side so that I can cover as much ground as possible with my arm. So I'm trying to get my elbow to my hip bone basically here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go throw jab, cross, and then we're gonna put our guard back here. And then let's do it this way. Jab, cross, block, 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 block. Let's do this way. So we're gonna go jab, cross, and then we're going to have 2 blocks like we just did. Block, block. Now they're hitting us in the body. And I'm gonna go, let's just make it, we'll just add to that, it'll be easier. Jab, cross, block, 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 block. And then I'm gonna go block, 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 block. So in these ones, I'm not backing up. I'm in place now, and I'm just block, 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 block. So this is if they were going, and obviously you have to be able to, you know, once you practice these, then you have to be able to mix them up and react and see the person and block what they're doing. But these are just practicing those motions. And it commonly, if it's not somebody who's trained, they will generally, you know, this is kind of a common thing to do. So one more time. So we won't have punches at the end. It's just gonna be jab, cross, back up, back up, back up, back up, block, 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 block. I was blocking with my right side first, or my rear leg side, but you could, if the other side feels more comfortable, that's fine too. Let's get set and go.
Wait,
Question?
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
When you're doing this side block, are you doing like a slipping kind of a footwork, or are your
No.
feet still
Yeah,
implanted?
Yeah, good question. You could be doing a little bit. Yeah, you could actually do a little bit of a slipping footwork, but it's not a dramatic slipping footwork. Like,
Okay.
if you, that seems like a wishy-washy thing to say, but the reason is if it helps you to side bend, I probably would pivot. Yeah, I would probably pivot my feet a little, but I wouldn't pivot them as dramatically as I would, because I'm not trying to wham into the movement. So I'm just pivoting enough to take pressure off my knees as I'm walking.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you definitely might pivot to make the position better on your body. Yeah, good question.
Okay.
Get set and go. Jab, cross, block, 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 and then side block. When you're done with the movement, jab your way back up. So jab back to forward, or pivot and turn around, whichever you want. Okay, so now we're going to add one more thing. So this one, we're going to add this kind of block. So it's this block. You usually do it on your rear side hand. It would be kind of like because the thing about this block is it blocks both a cross and a big haymaker, a big aggressive, sloppy rear hook. So it's kind of blocking. I'm like this, so I'm blocked over here, but my elbow is up, so it blocks both a cross and a hook. When you do this, you leave your body open, which means you have to be, like, people tend to do it for a big telegraphed punch where they know something's coming over here. So there's actually guards like this. The people who hold it like this all the time, they're just betting that they'd rather get hit in the head than the body. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to go, we'll start the same. Jab, cross, block, 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 block. And now we'll do the whole thing. Block, 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 and then this. So let's see how much time we have. Maybe we'll go, I can't go too much over today. So let's actually simplify it just to practice that block more. We'll keep practicing this. So let's just do it this way. We're gonna go jab, cross, back up, block. Jab, cross, back up, block. So that block again is with the right hand. A lot of times people kind of grab the back of their own head, and you're pointing your elbow straight forward. Let's just do a minute like that. Jab, cross, 2 back up, black ups with your shields up, and then the block. And go. I'll do it a couple times too, and then I'll watch. Jab, cross, back up, block. Jab, cross, back up, block. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to put the arm drag in. So from this block, we're going to, let me tilt this up more. From this block, we're going to circle. So imagining that their hand is still here, you know, they've hit us, they didn't expect the block, they're kind of like, you know, maybe they pushed us, their hand's out. So I blocked it, and now I'm gonna come around and trap. So this is the trap that we've been doing for the arm drag. This is a really common move in Sancho kickboxing. Block, trap to arm grab, arm drag. So we're going to block. We're just gonna bring this around. We bring it around kind of careful, so in case they're trying to hit us again. Bring it around and we trap. So we trap. This one's the monkey grip, right? Like not the monkey grip, the C clamp with the thumb. This one that comes under is just a C clamp. I'm trying to think of it. I usually don't describe the names. So the C clamp. So this one is not C clamp, monkey grip. The first one has your thumb. The second one doesn't have your thumb. So the first one has the thumb. The second one doesn't. And then what you're going to do is, so you blocked them, block, trap, grab, and then just like Molly's drill, I'm going to pull them, and I'm going to pull myself behind them. And then the only difference is, now that I've pulled myself behind them, I'm going to back up. And then if you want, you can give yourself enough room to back up, turn and run. So this is the self-defense variation. So, you know, they hit me, block, trap, grab, turn around. Okay, I'm behind them, but I don't want to, I'm just behind them to watch them. I'm behind them, facing them. And then if I feel like I've got my, you know, okay, they're not about to stab me, turn and run. One more time. To be jab, cross, back up, block, grab, trap with your lead hand, step behind them, back up. I back up like that, just like, you know, because you were trying to kind of clear their arms. So you might back up a different way. It's not that you might usually would back up like this, but this is kind of their arms might be tangled up with yours. So this is kind of releasing their arms. That's why I'm doing that instinctively, in case you're wondering. You don't want to, you know, you had their arms. You're just like, I don't want your arms, because their arms are something that they can use to follow you. Then you can start blocking your head again if you need. All right, let's practice that. We'll practice that for 2 minutes, and then we'll do a few minutes of meditation. So not as much cardio today. We did some good cardio at the beginning. And if you need more space to run away, then you can do more backups. Like you could do 4 backups, you know, or before you block. Okay, get set and go. Jab, cross, back up, block, trap, arm drag, run away. Wait. Nice. Keep going. And one thing you can do is really yank with that, you know, with that rear side hand. You're really like pulling, really practice that pull aggressively. You're pulling them past you. You're pulling yourself past them or them past you. It's like a rope. Nice. Yeah, so that's something to keep practicing. We'll keep building it in too, because it's part of Sancho for sure, and it builds on what Molly's been teaching. And then we should be practicing blocking more too. But yeah, this row motion is like there. Yeah, and then if they're, like Molly said, if their momentum's coming forward and they're not used to this, they're not used to these movements, then they'll fly right past you, hopefully. That's what you really hope, is that they're kind of, you know, just like we were practicing sideways and then get out. It's sort of the same concept. It's like pull them, and hopefully their reaction is like this, like they're coming at you and they're like, whoa, like they kind of get pulled, you know, they're like, whoa, where'd she go? Like she's back there somewhere. So it's like trying to use their momentum to kind of, yeah, like keep them going while you keep going the other direction. So yeah, it's super, super commonly taught as a self-defense move. It's fun to think about it that way. Cool. So we want to do like, let's just do a quick couple minutes of meditation. Now that we're all thinking about being attacked. So you could close your eyes, try to, you know, bring your breathing down. I know we weren't doing any super hard cardio. So you could take some deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, just trying to get your breathing and your mind nice and calm. And then let's just go right into kind of regular meditation where you're just trying to breathe however comes naturally to you, trying to keep your mind really calm and still. If any thoughts arise, just dismissing them and not getting involved with them, letting them just float past. Then you could take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Then when you're ready, you could open your eyes. You can rub your palms together. And then rub back on your ears. Rub your palms together again. Trying to generate some heat between them. That's harder than usual for me. Getting hot. And then on the back of your neck. All right, and then you can clasp your hands together, turn and look back one direction. Turn and look back the other direction. First direction. Second direction. Put it back to center. You can release your legs. Rub your thighs. Rub your calves and shins. Rub your feet. Cool. All right, that's it. Thank you. Thanks for coming, Jane, so we could have class.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad it worked out that we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't leave. We were like, I was like, I bet Jane's gonna come. Let's wait. And then we were getting sleepy and we're like, maybe we'll just take naps. And then you came and we're like, damn it. But it was the joke, damn it. I was glad you were here. We were like, oh, we're gonna have to exercise now.
Well, thank you for teaching just me. It
Always
feels
fun.
like I got a lot of attention.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's always good to recap as a teacher, you know, to recap stuff like that, to blend like what we actually trained and versus like self-defense, and how that could like merge into, you know, different scenarios.
Yeah, I really liked how
Sorry, what did you say?
I really liked how you brought the self-defense into the other things that we were drilling.
Yeah. So we do that once in a while, but yeah, anytime you have any questions, ask, and we'll try to fit it in the class.
Someone's
Yeah.
calling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I thought of that too, because arm drag, I was like, oh, I wanted to kind of think about arm drag for self-defense.
Yeah, it seems really
And then arm drag, like, you know, really like, you know, the it's not the haymaker or punches are really among like dudes, you know, other men that hit each other. Women is more like pushing, more like grabbing, you know, kind of control. So arm drag is really great for that, like two arm pushing. Boom, you block, boom, block.
And when people are
Block
pushing
one
you, their
arm.
weight's coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't know, yeah, if they're pushing you, they're like kind of, because they're crowding you, they actually are coming with your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it works better off of a push than off of a punch.
Yeah. But yeah.
Super cool.
Love the arm drag, and I love it in like, too. Yeah. No, anytime, please. I love that.
I was thinking that. I was like, I'm going to ask Molly to show that, especially because I knew you were just at the self-defense class and like interested.
Yeah, we can definitely try, like, even, you know, when there's two arms, because we've been practicing with one arm. What happens if there's two arms on you, which is more common. People don't usually, unless it's like, you know, martial arts or something, we can go over to, usually it's like, you know, or grabbing and shaking or choking or whatever. And that's also really good. The hand is just more like jazz hands. Right?
That's like Tai Chi. That's a Tai Chi.
No, it's really, go ahead. Yeah. Push here, jazz hand, boom, one down, the other one, boom, and then you. So it's like boom, jazz. Yeah, it's really actually.
It's straight up Tai Chi. It's a Tai Chi move.
Yeah, it's a Tai Chi. So you come in and you push that down. You see how I always say your wrist block, and you can use your shoulder to block. Like boom, and then the hand come and then drag. Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your BFF has been calling you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see people. I'll see you tomorrow morning, Karen, and hopefully I'll see everybody on Sunday. Yeah. Have a good night. Okay. Bye.
Bye.